Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to my channel. Presenting to you this lovely 2018 Ford Mustang 2.3 EcoBoost. And in this video, I'll show you the complete exterior as well as take you around the interior. So I'll show you all around this lovely Ford Mustang. So without further ado, let's begin today's video. So now let us start off the exterior walk around of this beautiful 2018 Ford Mustang 2.3 EcoBoost. So this is the overall look of the 2018 Ford Mustang. Overall, it looks really nice. I have no complaints for the overall design. It has really good proportions and I'm a really big fan of this overall design. This is the pre-facelift model, so there's actually a brand new facelift right now, which is the 2019 model and onwards. This is the 2018 pre-facelift. So overall, it looks especially amazing in this grey paintwork. So now let us take a look at the front. So as you can see, this is the front fascia of the 2018 Ford Mustang 2.3 EcoBoost. Overall, the front end looks really nice. I have no complaints for the front end. It has really good proportions as well. Now let us go up close. So up close you get this very nice grille. As you can see, this amazing looking grille with the Mustang proudly presented in the center. And this very nice chrome, as you can see. And overall, the front end looks amazing. So now let us move on to the headlights. So as for headlights, the 2018 pre-facelift Mustang comes with LED projector headlamps, as you can see. And they come with the daytime running lights right there as well. And down here, you get your halogen indicators and halogen front fog lights. Overall, the headlamps do look really amazing, kind of like the design of it. And down there you get this very nice splitter as well. As you can see, they look very nice. It's finished in this sort of like matte finishing. Looks really nice if you ask me. And looking at the car from this angle, it looks especially great with this grey paintwork, and overall from this angle it looks very nice. This is one of the best angles to admire the overall Mustang if you ask me, and it looks actually very stunning from this angle. Overall, it's very nice. So now moving on to the side. So this is the side look of it. Overall, the Mustang looks amazing. I'm really a big fan of this generation Mustang. It looks especially nice. And looking at the engine bay, you have this very nice bonnet lines, as you can see, that runs there. And it has this kind of floating kind of design on the bonnet. It looks very nice. I'm really a big fan of this. And now looking at the side. So this is the side profile of it. Overall, it looks very nice. I have no complaints for the design. And it looks amazing from this angle. So now coming down to your tires. So as for tires, this Mustang has been fitted with Hankook tires. And the tires do measure 255/40R19. So you get your very nice 19-inch rims, as you can see. They are finished in gloss black. You get the Mustang badge right there as your center cap. You get very nice brake calipers as well, as you can see. And overall, the rims do look really nice. They go really well with the grey paintwork, as you can see. And overall, it looks amazing. So one more look at the tires. And yeah, overall the rims do look nice. So there is one difference here for the 2.3 and the 5-litre GT. So on the 5-litre models, you'll get the 5.0 badge right here. But on the 2.3, it's left blank. So that's one difference to know between the 2.3 and the 5.0 GT. So as you can see, your side mirrors, the top part is body colored, so it's finished off in this lovely grey paintwork. And you get this matte finishing down here. And I really love the mirror arms, they look really nice, as you can see. And you get LED indicators as well on the side mirrors. And overall, it's very nice, as you can see. Your Ford badge up there as well. So now moving to the side. It gets frameless doors as well. And this 2.3 Mustang does come with keyless entry as well for both sides. And you get body colored door handles as well. That's the interior. We'll take a look at it later. Especially love the design of the windows. They look really nice. Here's a shot of your rear tires. Fuel door right there. And now let's take a look at the rear. So this is the rear end of the 2018 Mustang 2.3 EcoBoost. Overall, the rear end looks really nice. This is another good angle to admire the Mustang 2.3. And overall, from this angle, it looks a touch nice. It looks very, very nice from this angle. Looks really sporty as well. And I'm a big fan of the overall design of this generation Mustang. So let me go up close. And this is the rear end. And as you can see, those indicators look amazing. I really love the overall rear end design. So here's another difference to differentiate the 5.0 GT and the 2.3 EcoBoost. So the 5.0 GT, you will get the GT lettering at the back, but on the 2.3 you will get the Mustang badge instead. So this is the Mustang badge and finished in chrome. Overall, it looks nice. And as for tail lights, you get LED tail lamps, LED brake lights, LED reversing lights, and you get LED indicators right here. The indicators look especially amazing. Your dual exhaust tips down there, as you can see. And I'm assuming this is your rear fog light down there. Front and rear parking sensors are standard. And this 2.3 EcoBoost does come with a reverse camera as well, as you can see right there. Here's another rear look of it. Overall, the rear end looks amazing. I have no complaints for the overall design. Looks especially very good. So here's the rear profile. You get an antenna up there. Your rear brake light is right there. Looks very nice. And there's your interior. Let me just open it right up. As you can see, it's the interior. Everything wakes up. And overall, the interior is amazing. I really, really love it. We'll cover that later. These are the doors. Let's cover that later. Get back to the front. One more look again at your side mirrors. So now getting back to the front. Let's just give you one more side look. Overall, this angle looks amazing. I really love to admire it from this angle. It's very, very nice. Now getting back to the front. So yeah, that's the exterior walk around of the 2018 Mustang 2.3 EcoBoost. We'll now take a look at the interior. So now let's take a look at the interior of the stunning 2018 Ford Mustang 2.3 EcoBoost. But before that, here is the key fob of the Ford Mustang 2.3 EcoBoost. Overall, the key fob feels very nice to hold. It has a very nice design as well, as you can see. You get the Mustang badge at the back as well. So yeah, let's go ahead and unlock it. So you get welcome lights as well when you unlock the car. The welcome lights illuminate, as you can see. They are in halogen. And overall, the design looks really nice. So as I mentioned earlier, this particular 2018 Ford Mustang 2.3 EcoBoost does come standard with keyless entry, as you can see. So just have the key fob on yourself. The car is unlocked at the moment. So to lock the car, just press this ripped area on any of the front door handles. Car is locked at the moment. And to unlock the car, just wait a moment and tap the area again behind any of the door handles. And as I open the doors, the windows will dip down a little bit to clear the door frame. As you can see. And that's because the Mustang 2.3 EcoBoost does come with frameless doors, as you can see. Overall, the frameless design looks amazing. And this is the door panels of the Ford Mustang 2.3 EcoBoost. And that's the interior right there, as you can see. Overall, the interior looks amazing. I'm a big fan of the interior design. Here are your seats. You get the comfort seats on the 2.3 EcoBoost. You don't get the Recaro sport seats. So that's the overall interior. So yeah, let us start off with the interior tour. As you can see guys, the lovely interior of the 2018 Ford Mustang 2.3 EcoBoost. It looks really nice, as you can see. It looks really amazing. So now on the doors, you get a speaker right here. You get a storage area right here and a bottle holder right here. You get this very nice grip handle. As you can see, it looks very nice in this brushed chrome finishing. Very nice door handles as well, as you can see. With this very nice blue ambient lighting. Central locking right here. Speaker up here as well. Right here you have your mirror controls, your window controls. Both the windows in this Mustang 2.3 EcoBoost are fully powered in both directions and they are fully automatic as well. As you can see, the door panels do look really nice. You get this leather finishing right here with this contrast stitching. It's very plush to the touch. And this part is finished in very nice leather as well. Very soft as well, as you can see. And overall, the build quality is spot on. The build quality is amazing. Soft touch plastics can be found up here as well. Illuminated Mustang door sills as well that look very nice. With the Mustang emblem right there. They are illuminated as well. You get your aircon vent right here. Headlight controls right here. With your interior brightness adjustment buttons right here. You get front and rear fog lights as well. And right here, if you push on this, you can bring up your headlight level adjustment lever, as you can see. Press this button to open up the rear boot lid. Very nice aluminium panels as well. It's the interior. So now moving on to the driver's seat. So the driver's seat in this Mustang 2.3 EcoBoost does get part powered and part manual adjustments, with some of your manual controls located right there and your powered controls down there. So the seats themselves do look really nice as well, as you can see. These are the comfort seats. You don't get the Recaro sport seats. I think you get that only on the 5.0 GT. So on the 2.3 EcoBoost, you get these comfort seats instead. So your powered controls are down here. You get your two-way power lumbar support, and this control right here will control your seat position, as you can see. And this lever right here will control the seat back. This is the manual adjustment. So to gain access to the rear seats, you actually have to locate a lever at the back here, pull on it, and it folds forward, and you just move the seat all the way to the front to gain access to your rear seats. So those are your rear seats right there. I'll show you later whether I have enough of leg room at the back there. So I'll show that to you later once we cover the interior tour. So to fold the seats back in place is the reverse process. Just pull this all the way to the back. And then just fold it back like so until it clicks. And this part right here is actually a slot where you can slot in your seat belt. And this lid is magnetized, as you can see. Slots nicely in place like that. And you can pass through your seat belt right there as well. So the seats in this Mustang 2.3 EcoBoost are finished in very nice black leather, as you can see. They feel really soft and they're really plush to the touch. The center half is perforated, as you can see. And you get this contrast stitching as well on the sides. And overall, the seats themselves are really comfortable. So one more look at the interior. And overall, the interior from this angle looks amazing. This is another good angle to admire the interior. Looks really nice. So now let us step inside and start the car. So this is the driver's view of the interior Overall, from this angle, it looks really nice as well, as you can see. As you can see, it looks amazing. So to start the Mustang 2.3 EcoBoost, just have the key fob within the interior. And then simply put your foot on the brake. And then just press the engine start-stop button located in the center console. So let us hear the sound of the 2.3 EcoBoost engine coming into life. Amazing startup. It sounds a bit sporty, but I can assure you the 5.0 GT sounds much better. So now let's close the door. As you can see, the doors do feel really solid. The opening and closing feels really amazing. And yeah, this is the interior. So now let us explore. So now let us start off with the steering wheel. So the steering wheel in the 2018 Ford Mustang 2.3 EcoBoost is wrapped in leather, as you can see, in very nice plush leather. As you can see, it looks amazing. It gets sport grips at 10 and 2, very minor sport grips at 10 and 2, and it has black stitching going around the inner rim as well. And overall, the steering wheel feels really nice and comfortable to hold. Feels really amazing, as you can see. And you get this brushed chrome finishing on the sides and on the bottom spoke as well, and the very nice Mustang logo in the center with this chrome rings surrounding it. And overall, it's very nice. You get these pedal shifters as well to shift manually. So on the left spoke, you get your controls to control the multi-information display right there. Cruise control and speed limiter controls right here. You don't get adaptive cruise control sadly for the 2.3 EcoBoost. And on the right spoke, you get your on-hook, off-hook button for the Bluetooth telephone system, voice control, and this button allows you to mute the system. You get your volume controls right here, seek track, and your manual tuning button. So now let us go through the multi-information display located within the instrument cluster. Currently, we are in your trip display, as you can see. So use your arrows to go through the display. So in trip computer 1, you can go through your average speed, your fuel history, your fuel economy, trip computer 2, and back to your trip computer 1, displaying your distance to empty, your how far it has traveled, elapsed time, and your average fuel consumption, as you can see. So if you want to go through different menus, you can actually click left and right. So currently when you trip and computer display, you can go through your engine info, you can go through your temperatures, your oil pressures, and all that with your battery voltage. You can go through your apps, driver assistance, with your auto engine off, rear park pilot, and your tire pressure monitoring system. Under settings, you can adjust your vehicle settings. So you have your various vehicle settings with your alarm system, your lighting, your locks, oil life reset, windows, wiper settings, and back to your alarm system. Hit the back to go back. That's your setting menu. And that's about it. It's quite a simple multi-information display, as you can see. You can adjust your my color settings, so you have your gauge controls as well, your color, but it only works at night. Your ambient lighting colors, I think you have quite a lot of colors to choose from. Your my key settings, your display settings. That's about it. Under settings, so you can go back to your trip and computer fuel display, and that's where you go back to your trip display right there. And overall, the multi-information display looks quite nice and is simple to use as well. And on the facelift model, it's actually a fully digital instrument cluster. I will cover the facelift model in another video. The facelift model is actually downstairs. So this is the pre-facelift model that they have. And yeah, overall the analog gauges do look classy as well. I don't have any complaints for the analog gauges. They look really nice, as you can see. It displays your your revs per minute on the left gauge right here, and on the right gauge it displays your ground speed in miles per hour and kilometers per hour as well, because it's an American car. So on the right stalk you have your adaptive high beams. Right here you can on your adaptive high beams by flicking it to the back, and you have your indicator controls as well. Gets a triple turn signal as well. Very unusual placement for the indicator stalk, because I would think being an American car it would be on the left, but it's on the right, so that's a bit shocking that they put it on the right stalk. And on the left stalk you get your wiper controls, as you can see, and you get automatic wipers as well, which is a good touch. So the steering wheel in this Mustang 2.3 EcoBoost is tilt and telescopic. You adjust it using a lever down here. So the Mustang 2.3 EcoBoost does come with power folding side mirrors. To fold the side mirrors in from the inside, just press on this button. As you can see, the side mirrors do fold in quietly as well. This is your electronic central locking button. So yeah, this is the overall interior. Overall it looks amazing, as you can see. I have no complaints for the interior. So now let's take a look at the infotainment system. So the Mustang 2.3 EcoBoost comes with the previous generation infotainment system. On the facelift model it's actually updated. So this is the slightly older infotainment system, but I have no complaints for this infotainment system because it's still very good to use. So let me just test the sound system. I'll just give you a little bit to listen. And overall it sounds really nice as well. This has a deep bass and overall it's amazing. But this one doesn't get the Bang & Olufsen sound system, because this is the 2.3 EcoBoost. I assume on the 5-litre GT you'll get the premium sound system. So currently we are in your FM AM menu, as you can see, your audio menu to be precise. You get your manual tuning buttons right here, your power button to off or on the infotainment system, your music menu, and your eject button for the CD-DVD player. You get your volume knob right here, and I want to point this out. It is actually pure solid metal for your volume knob. As you can see, you just hear that sound. Very high quality knob. It feels really nice to the touch. Your manual tuning knob as well is made of the same metal finishing. It feels really nice. So now we are currently in your audio menu, as you can see. You can bring up your climate menu as well. Your climate controls right here with your temperature controls, your fan speed and your different modes. Your Bluetooth telephone menu. You can pair your phone with the Bluetooth function. Navigation, it has navigation as well. Your mobile apps. You can connect a device and all that. Under settings, you have your sound settings. You can adjust your bass, mid, treble, and your balance and fader and all that. Hit back to go back. Your clock settings, you can adjust your clock and all that. Your clock format, your auto time zone, Bluetooth menu, phone menu, radio menu, navigation, mobile apps. Under general settings, you have your language, distance, temperature, your touchscreen beep, and all your automatic system updates. Swipe left, emergency assistance, Wi-Fi settings, and this car does come with Apple CarPlay, so you can pair your phone via here. And it comes with Android Auto as well, which is really good. You get your vehicle settings right here. You adjust your rear view camera settings, your park pilot. This car comes with auto park assist as well. Display settings, you can adjust your brightness, voice control, your valet mode as well. So that's basically it for the settings. And to go back to your audio menu, just hit audio and it'll take you back right here. So overall the infotainment system is quite simple to use. It displays your clock right there, your current weather, and to go home you can actually click home. So this is your home screen right here. So that's your audio menu. So overall the infotainment system is quite simple to use, and I have no complaints for the infotainment system. So now moving on to the climate controls. So the Mustang 2.3 EcoBoost does come with a dual zone automatic climate control system with all of your controls located down here. So this one will adjust your fan speed, and as you can see the display is shared with the infotainment system as well. So this is your fan speed control, your front defrost, maximum defrost, rear defrost, recirculation, button to turn off or on the climate control system, maximum air conditioning, automatic mode, the temperature controls for your driver, as you can see. And this dial feels really nice as well. It's made out of the same metal finishing as the knobs, as you can see. The driver side temperature and your passenger side temperature. And for this particular 2.3 EcoBoost, it does come with seat heating and seat ventilation as well. So you get 3-stage seat heating for the front passenger and 3-stage seat cooling as well for the front passenger. And you get 3-stage seat heating for the front driver and 3-stage seat heating, 3-stage seat cooling for the front driver as well. So overall, the seat cooling function is really good for especially Malaysian weathers. It's so hot at the moment, so it's very good to have this feature. And good job by Ford for including this as an option. And overall, the climate control layout is very good to use as well, and it feels very nice. The buttons do feel very nice, and it's of a high quality standard as well. So now moving down here, this is one of my favorite bits of the Mustang for this generation. It is the fighter jet style switch, as you can see, for the hazard controls, like so. It's a very nice way to control your daily functions. So this is of a fighter jet style. You can see your hazard controls right here, and I love the indicator beeps as well. Your traction control off, toggle switch right here. This one controls your park assist system, so you can turn it on right here, and your different mode selections as well. You can change your different modes as well. So I think you have your driving modes. You have normal, you have Sport Plus right there, as you can see. Let me just focus. As you can see, Sport Plus. You have a racetrack mode and your snow and wet mode. I think Sport Plus is a very good mode if you want to go on the track, your Mustang 2.3 EcoBoost. And I think it changes the exhaust note as well to be much more louder. So these are your toggle switch controls right here, and you get your engine start stop button right here, and this very nice red ring around it as well. So down here, this car comes with the shaker infotainment system, so therefore you get your shaker lettering right here. And right here you have a cigarette lighter or a power outlet, depending on what you use it for. Depends on your preferences. You get a little storage area right here. It is rubberized as well. Feels very nice. And right here you get your very nice gear lever finished in very nice leather and this brushed chrome finishing. Leather right here as well with black stitching. And you get a sport mode as well for the transmission. So if you shift it all the way to the back into sport mode, you can shift manually via the paddle shifters on the top two steering wheel spokes, as you can see. And overall, the interior is amazing. So that's your gear lever right there. This part is finished in very high quality plastics, as you can see. This part is finished in soft leather with the black stitching as well. And this part is finished in matte black plastics. Very nice mechanical handbrake right here, as you can see. Feels really solid, and I really appreciate this mechanical handbrake for the Mustangs. They look really nice. This part is finished in black leather and leather right here as well, very plush. Couple of cup holders right here with the ashtray that comes with the car. You can slot it out as well. This part is finished in chrome. This is the shiny chrome finishing, not the brushed chrome finishing as you find on the steering wheel, but still acceptable. Right here you get your front center armrest finished in this black contrast stitching and leather. The leather feels really plush, and there's a lid right here. Open it and it reveals a storage area down there, together with a USB charging port illuminated in blue. You get a light as well and a very deep storage area, as you can see. These are the seats. They look really nice. This is the interior. So now moving up top, you get your auto dimming rear view mirror, as you can see. Up here you get your front reading lights for the passenger and driver. They double up as your interior lights as well. When you unlock the car, these two will be illuminated as well. Sun visor for the driver's side. Does get a vanity mirror and a couple of lights, as you can see. So yeah, that's basically it for the interior tour. So to summarize the interior tour, overall the interior looks amazing. There are some parts that can be improved, like this center half, which is finished in hard plastics. It can be improved to soft plastics, but other than that, build quality is spot on, and the overall interior layout is amazing. I have no complaints for the interior, and that's basically it for the interior tour. So yeah, I guess that's it for the interior tour. You can turn it off right now. And let us continue with the rest of the tour. So I'm just going to demonstrate how is it like being at the rear seats. So let me just show you the rear seats. Let me just move this forward. Let me just flick the seat back down as well. So now I can climb to the back. Just be careful. Just slide this forward for more space. You can slide it all the way forward, which makes it really helpful. So now let me get in. So yeah, I'm seated at the back of the Ford Mustang 2.3 EcoBoost. It's a bit tight getting at the back, as you can see. I can't fold the seats at the back. Maybe I can just fold it ever so slightly. And at the back, you get this lever to fold your front seat. You get a coat hook up there as well. You get seat storage for both sides. You don't get any cup holders and whatnot at the back. But you get a nice armrest at the sides. There can be a storage area right here to put some things, but it's covered off. And this feels really cheap. Very poor quality plastics at the back. Very nice quarter windows at the rear. A hook right here as well. They can be found for both sides. And this is the rear seats. They themselves feel really comfortable, but there's no headrest adjustments. So if you're a slightly taller individual, you might suffer back here. So the seats are the same finishing as the front. You get the finish off in black leather with the contrast stitching and perforated sections in the center. And overall, they feel really nice. So as you can see, the seats do have like a curved layout, as you can see right here. So you kind of sit really nicely. You feel like you are tucked into the seats, which is a really good feeling. Really sporty as well. So let me just give you a look at the interior. So that's the interior, as you can see from the back. And overall, the interior looks spot on. I have no complaints for the interior, as you can see. So the top is finished off in this black headliner, as you can see. So now to get out, just pull on this, fold it forward. I'll try my level best to get out. Just hold on this, be much easier. And yeah, it's quite easy to get out, but it's slightly difficult to get in. To fold it back, just pull on this control all the way. I would appreciate if there's just like one touch operation. Like, you know, in some cars where you can actually just flick the lever and the seat will move all the way forward by itself, like the E-Class Coupe and all that. Considering the price point of this Mustang, that would be much appreciated. But this is what you get, sadly. Personally, I have no complaints, but some people may prefer the fully powered controls to access the rear. But overall, it's fine for me. One last look at the interior. So these are your rear tail lights, as you can see, illuminated in red. Currently they look really nice. So these are your LED tail lights. You get LED brake lights as well, and overall they look amazing, as you can see. So to gain access to the rear hatch, you actually have three ways The first way is via the button inside the cabin that I showed you earlier on. The second way is via the touchpad beneath the Mustang badge. It's just beneath here. There's actually a touchpad right here. You just press on it. The trunk will release to this position and you can open it right up. As you can see. Or you have the third way, which is via the button on the key fob. As you can see, you have the button on the key fob, so you press it twice, releases to that position. You can simply walk up and just open it right up, as you can see. So boot space in the Mustang 2.3 EcoBoost is rather good, as you can see. You can fit in, I think you can fit in large suitcases, maybe 2 large suitcases, or maybe 1 large suitcase and small suitcases on the sides. You could easily fit a golf bag. And below, you get a full-size spare tire, as you can see. You get a little storage area on the sides as well, where you can put some stuff. And yeah, overall, the boot is quite good. Boot space is amazing, and I have no complaints for the boot. So we can close it. So now moving on to the side, you get your fuel door right here. Fuel consumption is surprisingly good for the 2.3 EcoBoost, but the 5.0 GT, it's a whole another level. So I think people who buy the 5-litre GT don't care about fuel consumption. You would expect it to have high fuel consumption, because that being the 5-litre V8. So let's take a look at the passenger side. As you can see, the windows were dipped down to clear the door frame, because they are frameless. And yeah, the overall frameless design is amazing. That's the interior from the passenger side, and overall the interior looks amazing from this angle. No complaints for the interior. So on the passenger side door, you get a speaker down there, you get a storage area and a bottle holder. This very nice grip handle to close the door, finished in brushed chrome. Window control right here, central locking for the passenger side. Very nice door handle with your blue ambient lighting once again. You can choose between different colors. Get speaker right here. It's very nice plush leather finishing, and there's leather on top here as well with the contrast stitching. Yeah, the overall door panel design is amazing. Like what I said earlier on, this part can be improved because it's finished in hard plastics. Maybe if it's finished in soft touch plastics, it'll be much better considering the price point. You get illuminated Mustang door sills once again for the passenger side. And the passenger seat in this Mustang 2.3 EcoBoost just get part powered and part manual adjustments. With your power controls down here, you only get your seat position control. You lose out on the 2-way power lumbar support that you find on the driver's seat. And this lever controls the seat back. So to gain access, once again, just locate the lever, pull on it and push it all the way forward. And you get this strap right here where you can put your seatbelt through, and it's magnetized as well, as you can see. So you can pass your seatbelt through via this slot. And the seats are finished in the same black leather with contrast stitching and the perforated section in the center. And you get adjustable headrest as well. It's the interior. So now let's step inside. And overall the seating position is rather good. So right here, you get your Mustang plaque right here. I really love this plaque. It says Mustang since 1964. Because the first Mustang was manufactured in 1964, so that's a tribute to that. Down here, you get a nicely sized glove box, as you can see. This part is finished in rather hard plastics, but it can be improved. You get this brush setting chrome finishing right here. I especially love this. Feels really nice to touch. Sun visor for the passenger side does get a vanity mirror with a couple of lights once again. And yeah, this is the interior. Overall, the interior looks amazing. I have no complaints for the interior. Very nice. Now let's get back to the front. And you get a speaker right here as well. So now let's start the car with the door closed. Very nice startup overall, and the sound insulation is amazing. Let me just show you the sound insulation. As you can see, it sounds very nice. And overall, the interior is amazing. I have no complaints for the interior. So for anyone interested in this 2018 Ford Mustang, it's actually for sale here at Rupee Enterprise in Seremban. It's actually for sale and it costs around 277,000 ringgit Malaysia. It's actually a really good deal if you ask me for a Mustang 2018 model especially. And those interested can drop by at Rupee Enterprise in Seremban and look for Mr. Ghaffar. He's a very nice guy, so you can look for him and he'll be more than welcome to assist you. So it's for sale here at 277,000 ringgit Malaysia. So those who are interested, please contact Mr. Ghaffar. His details are in the description below. So I guess that's all for today's video on this lovely 2018 Ford Mustang 2.3 EcoBoost. Thanks for watching. Stay well, stay safe, and hope you have enjoyed this video. Goodbye and see you in my next video.